I love you. Could sit here tonight in gratitude for every person that has played a role on my journey. And I love you. I love you all. You know, many of us, we were born in a very potent time in the history of humanity, and we didn't realize when we were younger the magnitude of the life that, you know, we would live, and what we would experience and what we would see. Tonight, it's a very deep message. I love you. For years on my journey, I've met so many people that have played roles in my life. My life has not been anything of you know, what I expected it to be, and I went on the longest journey to greatness, and I'm grateful for the life that I got to live. Many people don't get to live this life, a life where you get to explore, where you get to go on adventures, where you get to meet beautiful people. And none of this would have been possible if I didn't take the first step. And there is a frequency fence on our journey that we have to press through. And that frequency is known as fear. And the love that you have on the inside will be reflected on the outside. And this world, Earth School, if you will, it teaches us a lot. And I've learned a lot of lessons on my journey. I'm very grateful for the lessons. And tonight, when we reflect on everything that we've been through and what we were dislodging from, and it was the Matrix. And in the Matrix, there is no unconditional love. There's no unconditional love in the Matrix. And one of the things that you have to learn on this journey, you're going to have to be skillful, is you're going to have to say goodbye. There is no finish line, and our life has to be like the water. And the water, it flows. And people, things, and situations, nothing is permanent in this reality. The only thing that is permanent is in the Sacred Heart. And, you know, I have friendships that have lasted the test of time, things that last like these stones. You know, when I came to this place, the stones, it's a very important place on my journey. And the stones, they last the test of time. They don't decay. Most things in life, in this modern life, are fake, and they erode over time. These stones don't erode. The truthful love that you have in your heart, it'll never erode. And many people are living a fake life, and we constantly have to say goodbye. I have friends, I have family, so many people are separate, and it's because of the Matrix system. And I've broke free of the Matrix, and it's actually fascinating to see that, you know, most people, you try to find companionship, they're slaves to the Matrix, and they can't stop. And love doesn't exist in the realm, in the Matrix. And until you disconnect, I have buddies, you know, and it's the density of the Matrix. You know, they have to support, you know, their family, and they don't have time. And this world, it shouldn't have been this way. And all of us, we have love in our hearts. And life is a series of hellos and goodbyes. and we constantly have to say goodbye. I have not had a moment for years now where I could say my future is stabilized. It's a very difficult place to be, okay? And that's also because we're into quantum energies. Every plan that you might have, but I'm grateful for this journey that I've been on. I've never been able to stop for years. And I appreciate those that have been part of my journey. And we've been battling a war, not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. And I stood, it becomes the embodiment. And I stood with feet planted firmly. And I set forth to teach the world that a man of principle cannot be moved. However, our journey is constantly moving. So another paradox of the quantum. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss ascension, psychology, and quantum shifting. And I make these deep chats relevant for the everyday life people. A lot of paradoxes in this world. And we're actually quantum shifting to a new reality. And we think we go from A to B, but during our seasons, we have to come across people. People come and people go. Situations pop up, problems arise, but if we don't pay attention to the problem and we're focusing on what's inside of us, the problem over the course of time will dissipate. And that's really been the case on my journey. And I had to learn that and go through this and actually see it. And now I could come back and share it with all of you. The amount of time, I'm a very sentimental guy. And, in many ways, I had to change my identity. And I had to become very flexible over the past few years. And it's constant goodbyes. No one in the life is permanent. Maybe you're getting this message and you yearn for someone that's like you. But nothing in this life is permanent. And, your identity will not be permanent. So when it comes to people in the world, when it comes to what you do as your identity, you're constantly changing. And until you get this program that the only thing that remains the same is change, then you will start to realize, you know what, this is the journey. And you get accustomed to all of the goodbyes that you have to see and say and live through. I'm so grateful. Many people have come into my life in the past few years, and you might be on this journey, and the second that you say no more to the Matrix, I'm here to tell you. So know before you go. That used to be a commercial for the weather years ago. Know before you could know the quantum weather here. Just click subscribe. I'll let you know. Yeah, and people have been on this journey, and you've realized that the energy has shifted exponentially over the past few years. This has been documented in the Schumann resonance, the frequency of the world that we live in. And when we're starting to realize that you could actually come across different versions of people. You can you could have situations that will change overnight and recalibrate to your new internal frequency. But the love that you have on your journey, you could have love for the tough times. And I've done a lot of reflection. Right now is another pivotal moment in my life, and I'm out here sharing this with all of you. And I'm grateful for those times, even though it shaped me, it molded me. Carl Jung said that the greatest privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truthfully are. And we do not become who we truthfully are when it's easy all day, every day. Okay? But eventually, you do want to get to that destination. The destination is unknown because our vocation, our partner, our relationship, whatever it might be, we think we know, but ultimately it's a frequency. And people in our life and situations, they come and they serve a purpose. And the people that come into our lives, they represent an aspect of us. And that's why we can love everyone. And sometimes we go through trials. And, you know, when I sit out here and reflect on all the timelines that I've been on, and once again, we have to say goodbye. You can't waste your life sitting around. And I hope I motivate whoever wants to hear this message. That's a divine synchronicity as the bird flies over. You can't stop your life. You must keep going. If it was true unconditional love, if it was truthfully your path, if it was truthfully your calling, you plug and play, whichever one it is, it would show up for you. And sometimes we have to come to terms in life that this matrix has ruined a lot of possibility. And I know there's many people that are tuned into this. You don't have a chance, you don't have a moment to really enjoy certain aspects in life. Every level, that's why if you're getting this message for the first time, you might have to say goodbye to things to save your own life. Because if you're in a matrix job, you see, you could have a job or a vocation. You could have a woman in your life and she could be the greatest blessing or she could be a curse. Not everything is what it is. You have to pick the correct frequency, a frequency match to your journey, a frequency match to who you are. And we're on this journey. It's a never-ending journey, Light Warriors. And, you know, I reflect on everything and what I've accomplished and where I've been and where I'm going now. The journey never ends. And I know, so understand, men, the energy that we're in is quantum energy. It's very flowy. It actually represents the divine feminine. And, you know, we might struggle with that because you just want to have and know because you're a man of direction. So it's difficult. I can't tell you how many times I had to switch it up, how many times I had to jump timelines. And, you know, we're constantly jumping timelines, and whatever timeline I come across, and I've met you, and I've crossed paths with you, and I love you. And where is our next chapter? Nobody knows. Nobody knows where we're going. But we have to make moves, and the only thing we can't do is be stagnant in life. If it was your calling, it would show up. If it was your woman, if it was your guy, it would have shown up. Life is a series of hellos and goodbyes. I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye again. It's exhausting doing the quantum shifting, but we're headed to destination unknown. I love each and every one of you. If this message resonates with you, why don't you click the like button and click the subscribe button. Let's start improving the quality of your everyday life. And know that during this time period, you're gonna have to take ownership of your life, because no one's coming to save you. So you better become the superhero. You know, the great superheroes, a lot of them, they had trauma in their life, okay? Like Batman went through a lot of trauma with his parents, right? And he became the Batman. So the people that are tuned into this message and you're making it all the way to the end, you've gone through things to make you become a superhero. The traumas that we had, you become a superhero because you transmute those traumas and you help other people. The supervillains take that trauma and they're, you know, nasty to other people. So focus on being the empath. Don't partake in the narcissistic behaviors of the modern society, and know that This is a journey of self-discovery and remembering. And I could sit out here tonight and I could say that I'm grateful that I remember who I am. And I was able to remember who I am because of all of you. If you played a role in my life, I love you. You helped me remember who I am. And it's actually the only thing that matters in life. What matters in life is not the money in the bank or the fancy car or the arm candy that you have. It is who you become. And from that frequency, you will attract people, things, and situations that will represent who you have become. So we've all changed over the past few years, and we could be grateful for the seasons of our lives and how they molded us and how they shaped us. But now it's time, once again, to say goodbye. And I'll see you on the next timeline, kid. I hope I inspire you to keep going. I'm a representation of what you've all been through, and it's been a rough journey we've all been on. But I'm here to tell you, when you break free of the matrix, you have your soul, kid. Never bow down. Just keep going. Stay tuned. You never know what's about to happen. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. And that's all that I did, and that's what I continue to do. All roads lead to I am.